Welcome to Module 6. We're excited to jump into taxes and insurance. Okay, just a reminder for that disclosure, I'm not a licensed attorney, an accountant, a financial advisor. I'm just sharing some personal recommendations. This is what my experience has been with taxes and insurance. This is especially important in this section just because I'm not an insurance guy, I'm not a tax professional. But there are definitely things that we can learn about taxes and bookkeeping that can really benefit your short-term rental business. So taxes, bookkeeping is huge for short-term rentals. There are a lot of line items and it's all about exactly what you want to keep track of. The more data you have, the better decisions you can make, but also you got to decide where your line is because there can be an oversupply of data and things to keep track of. And a lot of it depends on how many properties you have, how much of this is a business or a side hustle, what role it plays in your business and in your life. There are a lot of things to track and it can get exhausting. We've had a single purchase of toilet paper run 8 line items on a bookkeeping spreadsheet. These are some things that you need to consider. Are you counting your supplies per stay? Are you separating all of your supplies by the different units? Are you counting your income per reservation, per person? There's multiple platforms that you have to pull and export reports from.
And there is one thing I would like to say, because we talked about in a previous module how, maybe managing your first one is a good thing.
Yes.
I have learned with taxes and bookkeeping, don't try to do it yourself. This is not
even
your
the first
TurboTax
one.
kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
if you're planning on becoming a real estate investor, which because you've invested in education, I assume that you are, one of the first team members you should find is a good accountant and a good bookkeeper. A lot of times those are the same person. Sometimes they're not. But that is something that you should just plan on paying for right away. Real estate has the potential to make you enough money that it's not going to be a big deal. Just do it because it will be a nightmare down the road if you don't.
Yeah, well, and just on that line, this is who we use. That logo is a little bit hard to see, but it's Flattop Bookkeeping, and they serve all the way across the U.S. So if you are in the U.S. and you are looking to somebody, especially for short-term rental income and services with that, Tyler and Mark are great. We've trained them to what we need, and trust me, you guys will fall into that just very well. Again, I wanted to let you know I'm not receiving any compensation to give you their info. These are the guys that we work with. This is their website. You can reach out to them with their email. We just wanted to provide this resource for you.
Free plug.
Just a free plug.
Cool.
Okay, with taxes and accounting, these are things you should talk to a professional about. I can't advise on any of these specifically, but ask these questions to your tax guy. Does my short-term rental income count as active or passive? They're different. They're categorized different. Some are pros and cons. It's all about your tax situation, which is individual to you. And does that change when I have management in place versus doing my own management? Because sometimes it does. So you want to ask these questions to somebody who knows your situation really well. Can I stay at my own place based on my funding? I've heard the answer for certain situations is no, and that would be the worst. If you bought a vacation rental somewhere you wanted to go to frequently, and because of tax reasons you couldn't stay there, you want to make sure that you get these questions answered by somebody who can answer them well for you before you make that purchase. Do I need to stay at my place based on my funding? Some people, that's true. You do need to. So figure out what works for you. What if I have a short-term rental half the year and a long-term the other half? And with my own personal tax guy, we had to work through this. He'd never had this come up before. So these are questions that might not be an immediate answer. You might have to work with your tax guys to get the right answer for you in your situation. And what if my house stays longer than 30 days with or without a cleaning or a checkout? So 30 days are where most states, cities, counties divide between short-term and long-term stays. It's at that 30-day mark, and taxes are similar in that way. That's easy divider for those. Insurance. Okay, so you obviously want to be properly covered on all of your business ventures, and insurance for short-term rentals are fairly specific. Again, we're in a new market, a new strategy in a lot of ways. We're ahead of legislation. Things are slowly developing. So insurance is just in that same vein. These are two, I'm not being compensated. This is what we have used. Proper insurance and then auto owners insurance. I'm not sure that auto owners is in all 50 states. Proper is. Proper also does international properties. So if you're looking for a resource there, these are good ones as well to look into. They have policies that cover short-term rentals. Again, always figure out what works for you in your situation. Okay, that wraps up Module 6, just a little bit on taxes and insurance, and we will see you on the other side in Module 7.